If CrossCode wasn't in my top 20 games of all time, this DLC has made it even more clear how much I love this game. This is DLC for CrossCode, A New Home. Don't go away. So to start, I don't really review DLCs that very often. DLCs used to be like small add-on things, but more and more DLCs are coming in as like an expansion of the game. So there's actual content to talk about. And in the end, decide, is it worth it? And before I jump in to figure out if A New Home is worth it for people who've played CrossCode, first thing I gotta say is it is good to be back. Yo, oh man, it feels so good to be back here. The dust has settled on me finishing CrossCode about 3 months ago. It's definitely one of the top 3 games I've played in the past 4 years. As far as reasons to buy this DLC, there's quite a few here. There's a whole new village called the Homestead where the Evotars live, including the main character Leah. It's equipped with its own marketplace and other places for your other Evotar friends to live, and honestly, it's just a really nice, cozy hub world. But the big main draw here for new areas is the beach. And this was a perfect addition as a level because there was not a single area in the main game that resembled anything like a beach. So having a beach here as the DLC new region really makes it seem like, holy shit, there's a beach now. Of course, the new beach area has its own variety of enemies that are, well, beach related: starfish, weird fish monsters, turtles. Just like in every other area of CrossCode, there's stuff to explore here, quests to do, people to talk to, chests to find. My only negative is that the new temple for this DLC is not located in the beach area. I kind of thought that'd be kind of cool, but it isn't. But speaking of that dungeon temple area, it's pretty sick. It's the first dungeon you go into, and it's sort of like an expanded area. Most dungeons you just walk into and it's like, okay, everyone ready? Here we go. Go into the dungeon, complete a bunch of puzzles, boss, etc. Here you go into the dungeon, it's like a whole new world. There's outside places to explore and jump around to, stuff to find, sick enemies. Should've known. Okay, let me guess. Only 25% minus on ice is more to the wave? Really? Okay, let's not die here. And after completing a few puzzles to get to the main dungeon within the dungeon, that's when the normal experience of a dungeon starts. And this is also where you find the only new mechanic here. Something I look for in DLCs is a reason to purchase it. Is there a new mechanic? Is there a new area? Is there a continuation of the story that makes sense? And you get all of that here. And the new mechanic here isn't combat related. I was hoping for maybe an extension of the skill tree or something. You know, I'm dreaming here, but we do get a new puzzle mechanic. Whatever the hell this thing is, this metal spiky ball, it's the new puzzle mechanic. It reacts to all 4 elements completely differently. Shooting ice makes it drop to the ground and shoot forward. Fire shoots it off like a meteor. Electric acts as a magnet and drags it towards you. And wave doesn't really do much. You just shoot right through it, and if it connects with another wave ball, it teleports it. And the dungeon puzzles here are really well done. It takes all of the knowledge you've learned out of all the dungeons so far and pretty much compacts it into one major dungeon. And it would have been a little repetitive if it wasn't for this new mechanic. So extremely smart by the developer to add in a new puzzle mechanic here. Works super well. The final boss in this dungeon also is artistically, just from a presentation standpoint, is done so well. And while I'm here, I should also mention a new thing for armor and weapons. There is something new here. Quite simply, it is top tier armor that levels up with the player. So if you bought the armor at level 68 and you're level 68 and you level up 3 times, your armor levels up with you.
I kind of like this one though.
And last thing to talk about here is usually a pretty touchy subject for DLCs, the story. You never want to have a game end the story off on a kind of a cliffhanger and be like, get ready for the DLC, pay extra to see how it really ends. CrossCode's main game had a satisfying ending. And if you liked it, if you liked CrossCode and you want to see more, you get more here. And while the important part here is learning about what Trani is going through and who he really is, the thing that sticks in my mind is how well they finished off this story. The DLC takes its time wrapping a bow on the story here. Once you finish up that last quest and everything's settled, it shows you what every character's up to and what they're doing. And because you've spent so long with these characters who are really well written, you actually really care about this. So once you've gone through the experience of CrossCode and the DLC, this whole ending sequence is like level 10 satisfying.
Giving the tours! Woo! Go, Lucas! Oh, man. Really? New words? The Leah board. What? Yo! Holy shit!
And to top it all off, something I factor in pretty largely into DLC topics is the dollar price versus gameplay. That ratio has to be somewhat good. Because even in the past, like, I really liked the Steph's Story DLC for Life is Strange True Colors. But $20 Canadian for 3 hours? Come on. A New Home DLC will run you 8 to 14 hours. You could really get lost in some areas and just really explore. So it could take you longer, but it's $9 US.
That's it. That's it?
$9. So to summarize, for just $9, you get an expansion to a really, really, really damn good game. It walks the fine line of story where the main game was satisfying at the end, and for those who just want more Leah and want more of these characters, you get the answer to that in a very well done way. Sadly, no combat mechanics come in here, but you do get a new puzzle mechanic and a whole new area in a beach and a rather large temple area. With a few new side quests thrown in and a new armor mechanic and stuff like that, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't recommend CrossCode's DLC. Hell yeah. So that's it. Wow, that's it for CrossCode. Like, I knew when I finished the main game, I still had the DLC to look forward to, but now it's like, it's over. Like, the story has been written. So, post-CrossCode depression is gonna hit hard. But that's not it for CrossCode on this channel. I do have a ranked video coming in, and stay tuned for a long hiatus because Persona 5 is currently going to be my next game. So, that's about it. If you haven't already played CrossCode, trust me. For now, I'm your host, Cyberplayer Entertainment. Hope you enjoyed this review. Peace out.
I played on my channel. I'm dropping bombs, bro. Nagasaki 10.0! I really hope these are long credits because I don't want to stop.
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.